Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we re-diving deep into a phrase you've probably used a million times without even thinking about where it came from. I'm talking about the saying, letting the cat out of the bag. We all know it means to reveal a secret, right? Like when you accidentally spill the beans about a surprise party. But have you ever stopped to wonder, why a cat? And why was it in a bag in the first place? Well, the story behind this one is a bit of a historical scam, and it's absolutely fascinating. So, buckle up, because we're about to travel back in time to the bustling, noisy, and sometimes deceptive world of Old English markets. Imagine this. It's a few hundred years ago. There are no supermarkets, no prepackaged goods. You're at a crowded, open-air market. The air is filled with the sounds of merchants shouting, animals bleating, and people haggling over prices. You're there to buy something essential for your farm or your dinner table. A piglet. Piglets, or suckling pigs, were a valuable commodity back then. They were a key source of food, and getting a good, healthy one was crucial. So you find a farmer selling piglets, and he's got them all bundled up in cloth bags, or pokes, ready to go. This was pretty common practice, making it easier to carry the animal home. You negotiate a price, pay your money, and he hands you a wriggling bag. You trust that inside is the plump little piglet you just paid for. You don't bother to check right there in the middle of the crowded market. You just want to get your purchase home. This is where the trickery comes in. Some dishonest sellers came up with a clever but cruel scam. Instead of putting a valuable piglet in the bag, they would secretly swap it with something far less valuable but of a similar size and weight, a stray cat. A common alley cat was worth virtually nothing compared to a piglet. The scam was called a pig in a poke. The word poke is an old word for a bag or sack. So the buyer would walk away, thinking they got a great deal on a pig. But what they really had was, well, a cat in a bag. Now, as long as the bag stayed closed, the seller's secret was safe. The buyer would get all the way home, maybe even a few towns over, before discovering they'd been cheated. By then, the swindler would be long gone, having vanished back into the market crowds. But what happened if the buyer was a bit more cautious? Or what if they just got curious on the way home? They might decide to open the bag, just to take a peek at their new piglet. And the moment they loosened the drawstring, what would happen? Whoosh, out would jump a very angry, very confused, and very much not a big cat. The cat would bolt. The secret would be revealed for everyone to see, and the scam would be exposed right then and there. The cat was literally let out of the bag. So, this very literal act of a cat jumping out of a bag and exposing a swindle became a popular metaphor. Letting the cat out of the bag came to mean revealing a truth that was supposed to stay hidden. The cat is the secret, and the bag is the attempt to conceal it. Opening that bag is the act of disclosure, whether it's accidental or intentional. It is amazing how a story about marketplace scams from centuries ago has given us such a vivid and enduring piece of language that we still use every single day. Think about it every time you hear about a spoiler for a movie being leaked, or someone accidentally revealing a secret plan. You're tapping into this centuries-old story of a farmer, a piglet, and a very unfortunate cat. The imagery is just so perfect, isn't it? A sudden, chaotic, and irreversible reveal. Once that cat is out, you can't really stuff it back in. And once a secret is revealed, you can't unreveal it. And that was our saying for today. A short story with a clear lesson, rooted deep in the history of everyday life and commerce. It just goes to show that language is a living museum, and every phrase has a story to tell. I hope you found that as interesting as I did. If you enjoyed this little trip back in time, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more stories behind the words we use every day. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.